Federal system. India's main characteristics is its federal system, means, and the Indian Federation is an example of indestructible union and destructible state. Center can change name and boundaries of state, single citizenship, a strong center, single constitution for union and state, single unified judiciary, unitary in emergencies, common all Indian services. So we can say that the federal system is everybody is having everything federal, means everything same, whether you belong to any state, you belong to any union territory, you belong to any caste, creed, religion, so everything will be the same. Only the center will having the power to change its boundaries. One more is a very important feature, that is we have unified judiciary, we have single constitution for everybody, means judiciary is also unified, means same, unique, one, means it is for everybody, whether you belong to scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, OBCs, generals, whether you belong to any of the community, any religion, the judiciary will be same for everybody. It hardly matters you are rich or poor, you are having some good authority in the center. It hardly matters. Judiciary and constitution will be same for everyone. Main characteristics is fundamental rights. So we have six fundamental rights, that is right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, right to constitutional remedies. So right to equality means it hardly matter whether you are rich or poor, or you are a government employee, or you are a private employee, you're a businessman. Everything is equal in the eye of constitution. So you are equal for the constitution. Right to freedom means you have every right to live, you have right to express your own views, you have the right to have a basic necessity, right, food, clothing, shelter. So these all are things comes under the right to freedom, means you have right to speak. Then rights again, exploitation. If you are exploited by anyone, whether you are a poor wager, you are exploited by the rich ठेकेदार, then you are having every right to speak against that exploitation. Then we have right to freedom of religion. You can preach any of the religion, you can worship any of the god, that every religion, whether you are Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Buddhist, Jainist, every religion is equal in the eye of constitution. Then we have cultural and educational right. Cultural and educational right means you are free to follow your own culture, you are free to follow your own tradition, you are having a right for the education. Like say for the example, government had provided the RTE, means right to education for everybody up till the age of 14 years. So you are having the educational rights as well. Then you have another fundamental right, that is right to constitutional remedy. So right to constitutional remedy means whatever the constitution is providing you for your protection, for your betterment, you have the right to attain those facilities. So these all are your fundamental rights. Students, we have another characteristic is directive principle of state policy. So every state gives some principles, like center gives directive principle to the state, and then state has to follow those directive principles, and those principles will be for everybody, like for every state. Like for example, there will be a minimum wages act, that is minimum wages act means every wager should at least get 300 rupees to 400 rupees per day, so that those mediators will not take that money, right? Then we have maternity benefit act. Benefit act means any female who gets pregnant should be benefited with a 6 months paid leave. So these all are some of the example we can say that The government gives some directive principle to different state so that they can follow the same kind of rules and regulation in every state. Like for example, in 73rd and 74 Amendment Act, there will be a guaranteeing Constitutional Amendment Act to Panchayati Raj. We have Panchayati Raj Amendment Act also, means every village having panchayat, and that panchayat is first responsible to take some of the very nominal decisions. So these all things are considered under directive principles which state provides you.